get presented with such a muzzle. Yes, you're a good girl. You want a cookie for it? Thanks, Mom. All right. So if we do not have a muzzle, you're such a brat. Don't do that. I'm going to find these cookies and I'm going to take them myself. If we don't have a muzzle, we're going to use, we can use something like pantyhose or shoelaces. This is a roll gauze. And I like to use roll gauze, one, because I have it readily available in my vet clinic. You can buy this also at CVS. But it's got a little bit more spring action to it, and it's really nice for the dog that's going, because muzzles are great for dogs that aren't biting, because you can just put their nose through it. But in a dog that's biting, it's going to be really hard to get their nose in it, because they'll end up just biting the muzzle. If you go to put it in, they'll just grab hold of the muzzle. So I like to use this if I don't have a muzzle available. We actually just had a greyhound that came into the vet clinic whose owner tied pantyhose on the dog's nose, and the reason was it had broken its leg at home and it was exceptionally painful. And the dog, unfortunately, was trying to bite the owners, and rightfully so. It hurt, and the dog didn't want to get picked up by the owners. So they called and said, I don't know how to handle my greyhound, so I talked them through how to tie pantyhose onto the dog's nose. So this also does work with long pantyhose or even a shoelace. So we're going to go ahead, and obviously I'm standing in front of Miko to try to make sure everybody can see. But we're going to make a big loop. And Miko's very aggressive. Look at her. She's out of control. So we're going to put her nose through it. And we're going to go ahead and tighten down. And I'm standing behind the dog. Envision that. And you're going to tighten down this way. You're going to take this hand, go underneath. You're going to take the other hand, go underneath. And you're going to tie it behind the dog's head. And this way, at this point, if you had a muzzle, you could definitely go ahead and get the muzzle on. I'm obviously not tying it very tight because I try to make this as humane as possible for my creatures. To get it off, you're just going to undo the bow, like so, and you just pull, and it just pops right off. Good girl. You want your cookie for it? Yeah. Can you sit again? No? Can you sit now? Look at that. Thank you. Come on, Mom. I'll show you guys one more time. Yes, I don't know if they can see if I'm doing it from behind. That's the only crummy thing. You're taking all the cookies. You're such a brat right now. She's like, I'm funny is what I am. All right, so we got this here. You guys can see? All right. And then we're going to go ahead. Are you done chewing? We're good? All right. We're going to put this around her nose. I'm going to find your nose. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and go under one, under another. And then we're going to go tie behind head, and we're good to go. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay. You're so funny, Miko. She's like, mm-hmm. And then lastly, this is a trick that ACO showed me, and I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest with you, but I show it to people because in the event that you have nothing, you've got a slip lead on, and a lot of ACOs will like to use this if we're just quickly transporting or moving something. I'm not a fan of it because, unfortunately, the only thing holding this dog's mouth shut is the power of your hand, and you're probably working with the dog somewhere else. Miko, can you stand up for me? Thanks. All right, so what you're going to do is take a loop like so, and you're going to make this loop, and you're going to put it around her nose like so. And then you're going to go ahead and loop this a couple more times. Now, obviously, the only thing holding her mouth shut is my hand right here, and I'm not a huge fan of this. But ACOs like to do this because then they can go ahead and move the dog like so, and at least we have some tension on the mouth, but I'm not a huge fan of just doing that with the slip lead. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Could you make another slip lead from the other end? So you
could
have like a carrying case handle instead?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could also, if the dog's recumbent, got hit by a car, you could just use the slip lead as just something around its nose. But it's not as springy, so it's not going to keep the mouth as closed as anything else. Does anybody have questions about that? All right, I'm going to get my friend Miko off the table. I'm going to show you guys how to lie a dog down. I don't really think that this will have to apply, but if you have to look at a leg or you have to look at a belly or something like that, sometimes these big guys do need to lay down. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But you should know this. Miko knows it's coming, and she likes to fling her body to the ground faster than I should do it. So I will tell you how it's done first, and then we will watch Miko do it all by herself, as this always happens, because she knows what's coming each and every time. So if you are trying to get a dog to lay down, first and foremost, putting a muzzle on its face, or restraining it in some way, or putting an e-collar so it can't bite you. I'm going to do this because Miko is a very good girl. She's done this a million times. She knows it's coming. Oh, old lady's trying to get up on slippery floor. Stay, stay, stay. Don't move. Yeah, I know. She's got bad arthritis. She's like, don't move. That's why we gave you a bed, old lady. She's like, these slippery floors, man. So, for this, what we're going to do is we're going to take Miko's legs, grab the ones closest to me, and flip them out. Come here. I know, pay attention. All right. So, I'm going to put a hand under her because she's... Okay, thank you. Okay, can I actually do it this time? She's like, Mom, ta-da! So the legs do go flipped out. So let's see if I can...
Let's see it again.
All right. Hang on. All right. Stop. So the legs go flipped out, but Miss Miko is just such a brat. Can I try it? Don't demo it for me. She's like, oh, Mom. All right, so we're going to grab this leg. Thanks, Miko. Oh, Serena's not playing time right now. We're going to grab this leg, and we're going to flip them away and out and down. So, does anybody have any questions about that? Hi, you're up. Hi, old lady.
I was wondering, I was taught to do it that way, but towards, so that the legs ended up towards me.
No, because then they can kick off of you. And when you do it, come here, I'll get you one. There you go. She's like, pay up, Mom, I swear. When you do it away from you, thanks. All right, well, when you do it away from you, she's like, so 1,000,000 times later she knows how to do this. You're going to put your arm over their neck, and you're going to hold the down legs, because she can't get up if you're holding the down legs. If she's rotated into you, like so, you have no restraint on her neck. So therefore, she can just kick off of you. It's not playtime. It really isn't. You're very funny right now. So, but if her legs are away, the only way Miko can get up is if I let go of these down legs. Because watch how she gets up. If Serena will move, ever so gently. Move, old lady. All right, so, yes, go visit the people. So in order to get up, she needs these two legs right here. Okay. Because she always will rotate up and down and in. That's always how they get up. So does anybody have any questions about that?